Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. It's Harrison, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes, and that's complete to Cooks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 17, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, you think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Yellow. I call it color. They're not ready for this. They still play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. This is complete to Hawkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, it's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Raiders 0.
Yellow. I got you.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First down, Chiefs.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yellow. There's a long way. 57. Here we go. Whip. Hey, 57.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to him until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now, 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Carr completes it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now, 185. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. That's it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
On for the field goal, a 54-yard
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Switch gears, switch gears. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Let's go.
First down, Kansas City.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. He gets it to Cooks. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Hey, I don't need to.
They'll try the left side. It's Harrison, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Higbee. As the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score, Chiefs 21, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Keep playing hard.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Give me that. Hey, 43, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodriguez. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
At the 24-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Attack!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making it
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
58 to Mike.
They'll run on first down. Harrison, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is McAllister. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On second down now, it's Harrison. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go! 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Freeman again. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Freeman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Carr going to go on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
All day, just like that, just like that.
And they will take a knee here.
Mahomes on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they drop below 500 to 2-3.